Earlier rain and at times some heavy rain, especially out to our west, finally starting to wrap up, and most of us are beginning to dry out, but the leftover cloud cover looking toward downtown. Temperatures at the moment not bad, 81 degrees, rain, cooled air, although officially at Kenner didn't have any recorded rainfall, but enough rain in the vicinity, and certainly the cloud cover did help to knock temperatures down because at 93 degrees, look at this. 10:14 this morning is when we had our high for the day. Incredible. Rain around did help to cool temperatures, briefly getting into the 70s and then now back into the low 80s. But as I mentioned, officially no reported rain at Kenner, but certainly elsewhere, and especially out to our west, the river parish has really got a big soaking of rain. Still ongoing rain, where their temperatures generally are in the lower 70s from Homa and Thibodaux up toward Gonzales and Reserve. Dew points in the 70s. We've had plenty of moisture around, and that does help to fuel those showers and storms. And really the only rain around the area, little thunderstorms from Goodby up toward north and Mandeville and Covington, as well as south of the city. Some thunderstorms, looks like they're weakening as they approach Jean Lafitte. And again, that heavier storminess that we saw around the river parishes, also from Thibodaux and Homa, looks like that is starting to wind down. Still some light to moderate rain and mostly cloudy skies across the area at the moment. Thunderstorms are winding down, and the rest of the evening will be quiet with clearing skies overnight tonight and going into early tomorrow. Now, the models aren't nearly as bullish with our rain chances during the day tomorrow. Not nearly as much coverage being depicted. So I'm going down to about 30, maybe at the most a 40% chance of rain as we head into Friday. So some scattered storms around. A high of around 92 degrees down at Cocodrie tomorrow. It's still going to be hot. It's still going to be humid. It's still August. Now, speaking of August, and we're getting closer and closer to the peak of hurricane season, this has been a struggle to do anything over the last several hours. Again, it got ripped apart. Fred did, as it moved over the mountainous terrain, and now with that very much exposed center, we're just now in the last couple of hours beginning to see the thunderstorms develop at least near the center, if not right at it. So it is attempting to get better organized, but wind shear is really going to cause problems for this in the next 24, maybe even 36 hours. And that's why the Hurricane Center kind of keeps it as a depression, possibly not becoming a storm until late Friday, early on Saturday. Then as it continues into the Gulf, we could see some of that wind shear wane a bit to allow further strengthening. But right now, none of the computer models are indicating that this would strengthen to a hurricane. So the model intensity forecast are all going with a tropical storm. We have started to see a little bit of a spread in the models, but the consensus is still, and over the last several days, the central panhandle of Florida, and that really has not changed. Again, the upper steering looks like it is going to come to fruition. A break in the upper ridge is going to allow the storm to make that turn in the eastern Gulf and northward toward the Florida panhandle. Wind shear that you can really see, here's Florida. This is an upper low, and that wind shear where Fred is going to be moving is going to really limit any further intensity development for the storm. Now, as we get into the weekend, we could see that shear weaken a little, but even the new model runs have fairly intense wind shear really across the entire life of Fred. So may not see that really do much as it approaches land, which would be great. Here's the next system that we're watching. This is Invest 95, has a high percent chance of developing really in the next 2 or 5 days. So kind of the next couple of days, a 60% chance, 3 to 5 days, a 70% chance. At the moment, the model's kind of indicating it will move in the direction of the Caribbean, but a little bit of the consensus either has the islands or maybe even north of the Caribbean. Still a lot of time to watch it, a lot of uncertainty with this, and at the moment, a lot of the models not even indicating it's going to last beyond moving toward the islands. So we will wait and see. Even if it was coming right at us, this wouldn't be until next weekend. A lot of time. Highs in the lower, maybe some mid-90s with a 40% chance of rain. As that upper ridge breaks down, it might allow for a few more showers as we head into next week.